Welcome to another episode of the Nude Edition of the Soulfiller podcast with Mariya
Hey, Rali.
and Jacob. Today's topic is pretty little feminine secrets. Let's say how to work on our feminine energy. Little tricks.
Let's go.
I just had a conversation last week with a lady who has a very interesting story, and very early on her in her life, she had to become adult and to become the man in the house.
Okay.
And of course, in these circumstances, though, this is the way we survive and compensate. And there are many women like this who are getting this masculine role to somehow survive and go through life. And then they attract very feminine men, which they don't like.
And they wonder why they're attracting.
Which is, I mean, they're women, they're very in their masculine, they're very in their, guidance and so on. And they want a man who is supportive, I mean, and who is a little bit, let's say, not into the feminine, but like a little bit, into the feminine.
Yes, to use the feminine side as well, because we all have both sides.
Absolutely.
So if it's too masculine, like too extreme, it's also not good, no? That we all want somebody who, especially women.
So let's define feminine and masculine first, right?
Yes.
Like
Sorry, I jumped in.
Because it's different thing for different people, right?
Yes.
But I believe in society, like for the feminine is someone who is softer, who allowed some guidance, who is just softer. This is the easiest way I would say.
Receptive and nurturing.
That's
very creating, nurturing, like a soil, you put the seeds. If male are the seeds, then the soil makes it grow.
I love this. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I heard this recently, and it's true,
Yeah.
And we're very receptive. They are more like giving, and we are more like
Receiving.
taking, receiving, yes.
The art of receiving, that's true. And many women have problem with receiving unconditionally, like without giving something back immediately. And I mean, everyone gives something, especially when we talk about the relationship. There are different energies, there are different things we provide in some ways. Anyway, from the feminine and from the masculine. But how to, I would say the masculine is more the doing, the action, and the feminine is more the being, like the pause, the not doing too much.
Yes.
But in our society, today's world, we need to do stuff, of course. And I believe that the feminine energy still stay high when we do things we love.
Yes, especially as women, it's our most powerful side. It's good to be independent and to make your own money and to arrange, to be able to protect yourself in a way, in a situation if it's necessary.
Of course.
But doing it for a long time, it's actually taking from us, and that's why we become so masculine, and then that's not very attractive. And a lot of men would say, well, I want my partner to be feminine. Okay, are you masculine enough so she can let herself be feminine? Because we go into our masculine when we are like in danger, we guard ourselves and we need to, protect ourselves. But if there's somebody who is actually, protective and giving you that space, then the garden will flourish.
Absolutely agree. Like this safety, I think that is what a man can do, and to make us feel really loved and help us to go to the feminine is to make us safe.
Yes.
That's absolutely true. Yeah, safe to be yourself in any kind of any way,
And of course, it doesn't have to be all the time, to the extreme all the time, because men also, please do express emotions, like you're allowed to cry, to express emotions, that's necessary because we're human beings. But, there's certain roles that...
This is something very interesting that you just mentioned. It's like from small boys still, they're not allowed to be weak.
Yeah,
this
boys
is
don't
not
cry.
Yeah, they don't cry, and which I believe it's not connected to that. I mean, they're still beings that have their emotions, and it's very healthy to express them and to let them.
Yes.
Yeah, not suppress them, right? For anyone.
Because it's actually hurting them as well. Not only us as partners, friends, but also them.
Yeah.
Because nobody's into one extreme. Even women are like, if it's too, if it doesn't. Women also, we also have to do things, especially in this society and in this time of living. But like going to the extreme, that's the bad thing. It should be a balance, and to use your core. Like also, like some men have their feminine side a bit more, so they attract a woman that has more in her masculine side. But this also can be a good balance depending
of course, depending what they want and how they feel about that. Yes.
But if it's like a mother with a child, then it's not good. Like in a partnership, because that's what usually happens,
And we just have to be honest with who we really are. And if you are someone who want to be the guy that's part of the, let's say, the relationship, and as a woman, this is completely fine. I mean, you don't go against you to be soft and feminine. You do you, and then you'll attract a partner, and another way around. If you realize that you're actually are very into that masculine, and especially like single mothers, like they have to survive in circumstances that they have to be bold. They struggle a lot with that to being soft, because it's dangerous.
Exactly, yeah.
But still, be honest to yourself who you want to be, and what are the ways we can increase this femininity and feminine energy. What do you think? What are, like, from your perspective, your little tricks as a photographer, and of course as a woman?
That's I'm still learning to balance that out. But I would say to be able to receive, that's a big one for me. Because I'm like, no, it's fine, I can do it myself, but then I cannot do it myself, I can do it, but I cannot. It's a thing that you always need help. And like to learn to receive without guilt, without giving back, that's very important. And also, like...
Do you struggle to ask for help?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yes, I feel guilty as well. And then if I do it all on my own, I feel like super tired.
Exhausted,
and then my body, which is more interesting, my body gets affected. Like it just gets into this masculine part and gains more weight, changes. Like it loses this thing that women like, this, it loses a bit the femininity. I can see it, like with all these time and these years and going up and down, in and out of relationships, and a lot of time being on my own, doing everything for myself. I managed to see it. And also like to feel feminine, but that doesn't necessarily mean getting your hair, nails done. Yeah, that's one thing. That's kind of an outside thing.
Yeah.
But inside is more like dance helps a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. This
connecting with
favorites.
The body, like touching, like that whole sexuality that is very forbidden from women in a way. Be careful what you wear, where you go, how you be perceived. That's true, because the world is dangerous. But at the same time, women have this have this like sexual power, very feminine, beautiful thing, you know, that it should be expressed. And when it's not expressed, it's suppressed. When it's suppressed, you know, it affects us a lot. That's all like sacral, like hips. We gain weight here a lot. Lack of sexual desire, for example, with partners. Why? Because she doesn't feel.
Because the dynamic is lost. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Especially when in a relationship, people are like in this dynamic when the one is a parent and the other is in the role of the child. I mean, there is no attraction at all.
Yes. Or one stays in the house more, look after the kids in the house, and the other one goes outside and earn the money, for example, and then it's like, yeah, but I bring the money, yeah, but I clean the house. Okay, well, there should be a balance, you know.
Well, there is balance. Like, what is wrong with that? I mean, I believe that if for someone is fine to do it, it's and there are men who expect this. We have to respect this too, and there are women that are very grateful to give it. Like this, stay like, you know, stay home. You know, moms, and I mean, this is the hardest thing I would ever do for me. But there are women who really enjoy it, and then also men who, expect that, and this is fine too. Like the classic model, you know. And there's even a trend that is very popular right now, like this extreme, you know, masculinity, and that's classic. There are some videos online where, you know, women has to be submissive and very, you know, and like a slave. I'm sorry.
That's what I mean. There's nothing bad with that.
For them, it's okay, but like I don't believe in extremes.
No, there's nothing bad with that. But I mean, like for both parties to appreciate, you know,
of course,
that even in that. Even if one goes out all the time and the other one stays at home, there's always a way to manage the situation to, you know, to keep the flame. Because the relationships are work, isn't it?
It takes care to, it's like a flower. You have to take care of it. Otherwise, it dies, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. And well, dancing is really important, and beauty too. I mean, it helps a lot. Sometimes what we do on the superficial, you know, physical part, it helps to, like, I don't know if it happened to you or to someone, like sometimes you wake up in the morning, you feel like, you know, everything sucks and you don't feel like anything, but like you put a nice dress and, you know, a little bit of lipstick and to just, you know, do your hair and then you look and you're like, oh, I'm not that bad, right?
Yes.
And then you immediately, of course, you have to work on the inside. It's not enough to just put the lipstick on, you know? But sometimes it gives some a little, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely affects us. Or like women who when they go to the hairdresser, right?
Yeah.
With the hair, like before the change, they're like, you know, even with the clothes, if they're like with normal clothes and they go like a bit down and then the hair gets done and it's like, woo, the crown is up.
Yeah.
And
the crown is all of this.
And it changes so much. It's incredible. Yeah. It's incredible.
And dancing, there's the connection with the body. I really like this one. This is so important. We are so disconnected from our bodies, in the way we eat, in the way we move, in the way we take care of ourselves.
Yes.
And this connection to just feel the body and its needs for, you know, whatever, food, water, touch, hug, you know, cream, and whatever it is. I think it's very important, and to just to be connected with it, and the dancing helps a lot.
Yes. Especially with women, because it's more like fluid, you know. It's like you see all these like archetypes of women, and they all, back in the days, all the goddesses, you know. It's always like the movement.
There are also three special movements that helps a lot. Mm-hmm. They help. The one is like, you know, during crisis with the like this, you know, and then you can choose, like, it's like the, you know, the woman. Everything that is holding to life,
our thing.
And then like eights, you know, like this, and then I'm sorry, I'm undressing myself. Well, the Nude Edition is on.
In this studio, it's always like this.
Like doing these eights like this, and then in the other direction, and then you like pulling the energy of the Mother Earth like this into your body. This helps a lot. Ooh.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
is
this
very.
is the mother, and I haven't.
So just
Water
open.
works for me a lot. Because I'm very water. I have lots of water in my child, but like water, like in the water, we're like, it's like it's so
The flow.
it's good, yes.
Yeah.
And also, as you said, like the way we move, because nowadays it's very popular, right? Take care of your body, go to the gym. Okay, that's all fine.
Sure.
Do whatever, but don't forget that the feminine is the fluid one. So you need to move in a way, like if it's a dance, if it's swimming, if whatever it is, but the static one sometimes keeps us too static, too much in the box, and that kind of like traps us. I don't know, at least me. At least I'm like this. Surely there are different women who would say, no, I'm going to the gym and I'm fine. Okay, but I think if it's like a mix, it's good for us women.
Always balance.
Yes.
Helps a lot. And also being with other women.
Yes.
This is my favorite one too.
That's very new to me, but
oh really?
Yes, I wasn't like this back in the days. And when I moved to Barcelona, I was like telling to my friend, I need a partner. And she said, no, you need a female circle. And I'm like,
support
women, even though I take photos of women, but I always thought like I will struggle because there's like a lot of drama, lots of women and this and that. And I met you and the other girls, and since I've been to Barcelona, like I have more girls around me, and it feels so much nurturing.
Yeah, the sisterhood. I really believe in that because in the modern society, there's this image of a competition.
Yes.
For what? I mean, in the moment we realize that there is not competition at all. There is everything for everyone. Your thing is going to find you anyway. It doesn't matter if it's like a man, a person, a job, or play, whatever.
Yes.
But when we support each other and we are all one. We are connected. So if you are good, I'm well too, and not the way around. And when everyone understands that, of course, I mean with men too, but because we talk about this, femininity and feminine energy, just interacting with other women, it feels so good.
Yeah. We have it in a different way. They're more like a team, but ours is a circle. It's like a community. It's a different type of connection.
Exactly, because we are social beings. We need to get in contact with other beings, and I believe that nobody can understand us like another woman.
Yes, exactly.
Because hormones, cycle, we are just so alike, and men understand it more and more. But they still cannot come into the skin, to just experience the world through our shoes. How they say,
Exactly, in our skin. That's how it is. Like you cannot, because you can't have their experience. Exactly.
Yes.
Like same with photography, for example. There's a lot of male photographers, very good, that take photos of the female body, of women, or with less clothes, with more clothes. And when a few of them are good, very respectful, but a lot of them take photos of the female body, nude body, in a very sexual way, and you can see it. It's okay. We are all animals, it's normal, but you can see it. It's a different thing. Yeah. And for example, the way I work is much more from the feminine side. The way I want to,
more sensitive and more, how can we say, like
more sexual with more not sexual, more sensual with more
sensual,
respect.
not that sexual.
Yes. More like expressing the femininity, not so much the body itself. Yes, the body okay, but there's something stronger there. It's either position or the look, or Yes.
Amazing. What else? Like we've been through beauty, other women.
Would you say that because a lot of people who take care of themselves visually a lot, like the face is our first, business card. So what happened with
many of them? I have
are they
patients that they look very feminine with all of it, from the tits and cheeks and lips and lipstick and whatsoever, but they still are into the masculine. It's not enough to just take care of this. It's important, it's nice, but you can still be very into the masculine and attract very feminine men. And also even not like besides of the relationship and who we attract or no, they just feel exhausted of taking care of everything themselves. And at some point we are not created to carry it all by ourselves.
Yes.
I mean, sorry, but this is biology and physiology and anatomy, and there are days of the month that we are completely weak and very very sensitive, and we have to accept it. And if someone is not getting it, so
there's a reason to be those two to have both sides, and there's a reason for the sun and for the moon. There's a reason for the light and for the darkness. It's like there is a reason to be like this. One cannot take the job or the function of the other.
And I still believe that you can be very into your masculine, and it helps a lot. Even from the brain part, the left and the right are also connected like this. So you can be very into the doing, into the masculine in your job, and then you can come home and be soft and feminine with your partner, which is amazing, especially if you're doing something you really love. And then what doesn't feel like struggle and job, something that you're have to do, you must do, because for many reasons.
Yes. That's kind of the modern balance nowadays, isn't it? Because there's a lot of women entrepreneurs and business owners and successful women that they like their career. That doesn't mean that they don't want to have a house, a home, a family, kids.
Of course.
It's okay.
Of course, but especially when we talk about kids, I mean, we are created like this to, keep going with the species, to replicate, reproduce our genes, and in that, case, this is like the most natural and the most natural thing. It's to expect. And especially in that moment when women are so vulnerable, pregnancy, after giving birth, this time, or maybe 1-2 years, it feels different when you have a really strong man on your side who take care of everything, and you can concentrate on taking care of the child, which really needs you. And this is why we are attracted to people who can provide, because we feel safe, especially if we want, to build a family.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that I cannot imagine that I will stop working, and because I really love what I do, but there are different times and stages and periods in life. And also this, I don't believe in 50-50, because there are different phases in life. Sometimes you receive more, and sometimes something happens and you give more, and this is what it is about. It's a team.
Yes, exactly.
It's a team.
It's a teamwork. Yes.
So
that's the most important thing, isn't it? To find the balance and to, depending on the situation.
And when we talk about feminine, of course, energy, taking rest, we are so not used to that.
Yes.
We
so not used to that.
Learned to function, do until we were exhausted, and this is not how we are created. We need this break, we need to pause, we need to recharge. so we can charge our loved ones. And
did you knew this all the time, or you kind of learned it with time?
well, there were like different times in my life when I was very into that feminine, and I felt very, but this was of course my choice back then, I didn't realize it. I felt very suppressed and very dependent, and I swore to whatever that I'm not gonna be that way ever. And then I went a lot into my masculine, which exhausted me, and I wasn't happy because it's against my nature. And now I believe that I'm really balanced about that. And when I need to, I can navigate this masculine power to come through and to just do what I have to do, and especially with my project, and everything can work. But I also learned to not control, but like use this feminine power. It is a power, like that, even into the softness and everything, and to not go against my nature again, which is soft and feminine and very also dependent sometimes. I just had to accept that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes. But back then I believed that I don't have other options, and which is not true. Yeah. And again, the connection through yourself and communication, and to know exactly what you want helps a lot.
Yes, and again to know your strengths, isn't it? Like where you like stronger thing, like in business too. They say, you know, if you don't need to know everything, if you don't know, you just outsource it, right? So same with like partnership, and you know, if you have a stronger feminine side that can get you to certain places, you know, use that. And if you need help, just ask for it, you know, even though it was like so hard.
Yes.
But it's a normal thing. We are not supposed to do everything.
No.
And even like exactly as you mentioned with the body, like we have what week of the month that we just the body doesn't function as the same as, you know, other weeks.
And that's nature and biology. You cannot do anything against that. And women who not accepted because they're so like disconnected to their feminine, they struggle in this time even more. As long as there is some, you know, judgment and there is some resentment about it, it's
and then the
worse.
And then the physical signs come up, you know, illnesses, conditions.
Of course, yeah. Everything that is against our nature and our real, true, authentic being is making us sick. That's true. Yeah. Absolutely true. And I wanted to say anything else. What was about the feminine energy again? Well, it's about taking rest, yeah. But I mentioned it already. And yeah, to receive this is a very strong one to and dance. And I think it starts with awareness, and the body shows us a lot when we feel, you know, low energy.
Yes, if we listen.
We have to listen. Yeah, that's true. But journaling helps again. Yes. Here, yes. And also other women again.
Yes.
Communicating and to be honest with us, I used to struggle a lot with that, to be weak, to be like, I learned in my childhood that you're not allowed to be weak because this is dangerous, it's not safe, so you're not allowed to. And I was so pissed off with myself that I get sick, you know, like I don't know, flu or something. Well, something. I don't get sick anyway, but like small things, I'm like, yeah, why? You're doing the sports, you're taking the supplements, you're eating well, and yeah, well, then stop, girl. Like, relax, rest. You know, you cannot compensate with more vitamins and more minerals and more supplements and more creatine whatsoever. Just give yourself a break and sleep
Yes.
These two, so important, like for everyone, but also for women.
Yes.
That is
because all that stress affects the nervous system, isn't it? And then the nervous system, when it's affected, it cannot be in the creative mode, which is our like prime mode. You know, we are creators. Like we give birth, we grow this child inside. This is incredible.
Yeah, creativity is a big one too. This is the feminine part of the brain too, where we can really express, and this is one of our strengths too, right?
Yes.
So yeah, creativity.
And exactly, if there's not support, that creativity cannot grow. Like I know for myself as a creative, like when I have to do the masculine side of life, to provide, to protect myself, to feel supported, the creativity is not working very well.
Yeah.
I mean, I need time, or I need to be very conscious to do it. And sometimes when you feel like relaxed as a woman, taking care, stable, and then it just flows. It just comes from everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely true. And this is one of the other secrets, being creative. Like if you feel like you're, again, into your masculine, this is why we, like do our makeup and lips and eyes and stuff is like drawing or just being creative. You can do it on paper with colors or with wherever you like.
Yes.
But this is also very, very, very like mandalas or stuff like this, to just paint or draw or this helps a lot. And there's, I believe, the balance comes from these parts of us that's the inner parents we have, like the mother and the father. And there is an exercise that I really love, is if you write down on paper what are the things, like 5 or 10 things that you always wanted to receive from your mother. Like think about it, or write them down. Like what are the things, maybe you received them, maybe you didn't, but like you really, what are the things you always needed as a child from your mom? I don't know, a hug, a nice soup. I don't know, it can be anything. And also, what are the, again, 5 to 10 things what you always wanted from your father? How to, I don't know, take care of you, or how to communicate with you, all this stuff, to provide for you, or to support you. You do you, right? Write them down, and then do them for yourself. Be your own mother and inner mother and inner father. So, because when this child inside is happy and taking care of these two parts, then you are unstoppable, and then you are not expecting that from anyone else from outside. It just flows naturally, because you receive from other people, no matter women or men or partners or in work and relationships and connections, you receive that what you give to yourself. This is like a mirror. So yeah, to balance the masculine and the feminine, this will be like my practice that I suggest.
This is very good
And
practice.
yeah, and it helps a lot. And always come back to it,
And no judgment also. Like if you haven't received anything from your parents or whatever your situation is,
they give whatever they could.
Yes, they did what they did as the best they could.
And believe me, they received even less.
Yes, for sure.
You cannot give something you don't have anyway. So they did their best, what they were able to. Sometimes we wished it was more or not, but it was like it was, and we cannot change it. And they give us life and many other things in our genes and cells and everything else.
Yes.
So gratitude and love for them. And you're right, no judgment. I mean, sometimes it's very hard for people when we talk about forgiveness and
Yes, of course, depending on the situation.
Stuff. But even the forgiveness, there are different opinions on that. Like some people say, like, okay, this is again the ego. I forgive you, like I am somewhere above,
yes.
so I forgive you.
What do you really
which
inside?
which is, you know, not what we. So it's like the higher level is to ask for forgiveness, to be okay, you know. I realize this and that, and or to just accept whatever it is. And do the best.
The feeling that you have inside, you might say, I forgive you, but you're still holding that thing inside that, you know, eats you, that you haven't forgiven. You just said a few words.
Yeah, but it takes time, you know.
Yes, yes, but I mean, if you work on that part inside, even if you don't say it to the person, then you're gonna feel lighter, you know, even with parents. Like, my parents didn't do this. Okay, well, it's gone now.
You can still express this on paper.
Yes.
This is so important to not suppress that. Of course,
yes.
it doesn't make sense to go to them to say you know, didn't do this and didn't do that, because of course they're going to be defensive, and this is not going to, you know, lead to anything good. Yes. But you can still express this on paper, or just saying it out loud to yourself and then burn it, or from the paper, I mean.
Not the house.
Not the house. And it's already very liberating, yeah. As you said, because it's only eating us from the inside, and it's not helpful at all.
Because then you change in that way, you change your vibration, no? So if you change your vibration, then people start changing around you. You start receiving things, you know, things start moving. And it's like less like I used to be. For example, I used to be very like hold a grudge. Like if somebody said something to me, I'll be like, oh, if this person says something to me, I don't want to talk to them, you know, things like this.
That's just normal. This is human, of course.
Yes, and with after some time, I realized this is eating me inside. Like they don't care anyway. So
I already forgot.
Yeah, so if I let it go, you know, I'm fine. And now, like people from before, when I'm like a bit quiet, something like this, or even with my mom, and she's like, "Are you upset now? Are you upset?" With me, I'm like, no, I'm just. It is what it is. Like I've already left it away, but she thinks that I'm upset because I'm reacting from the outside in the same way like before. But I'm like, no, like I don't want to get upset because that bothers me. I mean,
yeah, it's a decision to not get so upset anyway.
Yes.
But this is something about the relationship we have with our mothers too, and with our fathers. That when we talk about forgiveness and the people, but the things we expected and maybe received, maybe we didn't. And there are some women that are suppressing their femininity exactly because they suppressed what they feel about their mothers. And this relationship is so, with both of them, I mean, no matter are they alive or not, the energy is still there, and we can still have a connection with them, because the material disappears, but everything else stays, and the connection stays, I believe. And I really believe that the connection we have with our parents is fundamental for the way we relate to ourselves, to the relationship we have to ourselves, which is fundamental for life anyway, and also for our relationship with our partner, with our loved ones, with our children, with our colleagues, with our friends. Yes. And when there is peace, then it's easier to connect to anyone else. Otherwise, they're all just a reflection of that relationship that we had anyway. Yes. Which is not helpful.
Yes. And exactly, it doesn't matter where you're coming from and what you've been through. I know, like, people would say, yeah, but I've been through this, so much pain. Okay, that's fine. But if you try to at least arrange that relationship within yourself, with your parents, then things will change for you first, and then for the world around you, because it's...
And you cannot change them anyway.
No, yeah, like of course. Just make somehow make peace of it, or, you know, just... Or let it behind. Understand it, let it behind, let's go forward, you know, it's okay. And yeah, give the little child inside something that you actually need, and I need to do that for myself. For sure.
There is this another practice, Ho'oponopono, from Hawaii. That's like you can write down or say it out loud. the things that you're grateful for, the things that you're forgiving, the things that you want to be forgiven, and then to just love them on the way. But I still believe that we have to express on paper better, not to people.
That's scientifically proven.
This to just express the anger, the rage, whatever, grief, whatever we're holding, and then we can be grateful, and then we can be forgiving, and then we can be in peace. As long as we're doing like, I'm fine. Nothing happens, but it happened somehow.
Yes, but it happened. Yes.
Just because someone told you, like, you will achieve that peace when you forgive. It's not enough. It's really important to express also the bad stuff.
It is. And writing on paper helps because first you're not facing anybody.
Yeah.
So you can say anything, like anything that you actually wanted to say. Because sometimes, like, I'm gonna speak to this person, and you go there and it's like, I didn't say half of the things I wanted to say. So that also helps you, like, find for yourself, find a relief, release you, and then if you decide to speak to that person again, speak to it. But there's a magic in writing. Yes.
Yeah. Like, I blame you for this, and I'm angry or mad with you for this and this and this and this and this.
Yes, yes, write it as you're speaking to the person.
Because speaking directly to the person, of course, you have to set your boundaries and say, hey, this is not okay with me. Don't talk to me like this, or don't do this to me. And anyway, of course, but to blame people for who they are when you cannot change them,
Yes. And actually that helped you become the person you are today, because without that experience,
Yes, absolutely. That's it's something that really we can be very grateful for, about all the stuff we are going through. This is the topic of the next episode. Stay tuned. How challenges and changes are affecting us, and stuff that's happened, like shit that happens. Excuse me, my French.
And also, just to mention regarding the connection with the mother, as we were talking earlier, you recommended me recently one book called Mother Hunger. I recommend it. It's just
amazing,
she's talking exactly about this. Women for their mothers. It's more related to women and their connection with the mother, because it's more profound in a way that the woman always needs the mom, rather the boys, when they grow up after a certain age, if they didn't have a strong relationship with their mom, that might not affect them so much, because they go to like more masculine, more like,
and they need guidance from the father too.
Yes. Yeah. So it's we're a bit different in that, but that book it's amazing. It's 10
incredible.
out of 10. Yes.
10 out of 10. So check it
out.
I think we have enough practices and books, and let us know how you express your feminine energy, how you recharge it, how are your relationship with your parents, with yourself, with your partner, or whatever you want to share. And see you for the next episode.
See you soon. Ciao, ciao.